Hello, how are we doing? Today I am going to show you a few of the processes and factors that will smooth out and make your new build a lot easier and simple. Hope you enjoy it. So the first thing you need to consider is planning. Planning, preparation and organising, making sure you're planned out with the size of the guides, the amount of guides, the guide spacings, the threads. Make sure you've got the right thread code, right thread colour. You may be copying someone else's build or someone else's style, or copying another rod to match an existing rod. So you need to make sure everything is in place. Some rods have 216mm. They'll still have the 412s. In regards to beach casters, most rods have a 30, 25, 20, 16, 412s. Some rods have 216s and the 412s. So you need to make sure you've got everything you need before you start to build. There's no point building 90% of a rod. You come to put a tip eye on and you realise you've got the wrong size bore. That's just, it's poor planning. You need to make sure what you do is set out from the start to make your life easy as possible. The second process to take into consideration is inspection and checking. And this is an important element that starts right at the beginning of the operation, right through to the end. And you've got to get used to checking and inspecting each stage and each level right the way through. First starts when you get your rod and you check it over. You check for marks, check for dinks, check for scratches, check for tears in the strings. It might just be a little nick, but if it's brand new rod, it's not good enough. It's got to be right. It has to be changed. A lot of manufacturers do not protect their decals on manufacture. They send them out unprotected. These can get damaged, so it's important that if you've got a damaged decal that you get one ordered and you get one sourced before you start doing that build. Otherwise 2 weeks down the line your build is 90% done. You can't put that final coat on the bed because you're waiting on a decal which you haven't got and you didn't organise. So it's important that you inspect and you check right from the start, and that goes with your components as well. Just because you've bought new components, it's important that you check that they're all intact, they're all right, they're not bent, the ceramics are in good condition. It's important that you check just because you ordered a certain cotton grade and a certain cotton code that is what they sent. Shops make picking errors, so it's important to check everything right from the start. The next thing to address is components. Components come in all different sizes, shapes, colours, finishes, styles, different inserts. They all do the same thing, but if a customer requests and wants a certain item, then it's down to you to provide it and make sure it's available before you agree to do the build. It's no point agreeing to give someone something and then when you later look into the availability that it's not available, because you look like a bit stupid then. So it's important to make sure that all your components are in stock and available and ready for when your rod turns up. The next thing you need to consider is timescale. Customers often buy rods for certain purposes. They may have bought it for a certain trip to Norway, or a certain venture, or a certain event like a birthday or Christmas or something like that. So it's important that you address your time correctly and make sure that you are in control of your time and you relate that back to your customer. No one likes unhappy customers. So time scale is really important. I mean, if you're a hobby builder, you may just say to yourself, I'm going to do 2 guides today, and then I got a bit more time Thursday, I'll do another 2 guides Thursday. If you're like me, I drop my daughter to school, so I'll be starting around 9 o'clock, and in my head I'll be saying I want it's done by 10:30, 11 o'clock, so I can get whatever rod I did yesterday high build. And you don't want to put yourself under too much pressure, but you want to make sure that your time is delegated correctly amongst all the jobs you've got to do. Time is important. It's the most important luxury in life, and it's the one thing you can't get back, so use it wisely. Once you've built your rod and you've taken your time and everything's gone smoothly into plan, the last operation really to consider is finishing, high building. You need to get your rod from being whipped up to high built. This comes in 2 stages: your prime coat, your initial coat, your soaking coat, and then your final finishing coat. It's important that you take your time through all of these operations, because you don't want to have to go backwards and strip something off or make mistakes on something you've already put valuable time into. Just like that. Finished. So there it is, another one finished. Let's have a quick recap. You got planning, inspection, components, time, and finishing. All of these elements all overlap. It's important you understand them all separately and also together. I got to get this wrapped up and get it sent back with the others. So I hope my little video's helped. I hope it's been informative, and if you like it, if there's anything you want to know specifically, let me know and I'll try and get a video up for that specific area. Thank you for watching.